Hello everyone. Today we are going to conduct our third part of first practical, that is create a registration servlet in Java using JDBC. Accept the details such as username, password, email and country from the user using HTML form and store the registration details in the database. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to create one HTML form which accept username, password, email and country, and then with the help of servlet we are going to store this data in the database. Okay, so for that we are using MySQL database. So let us first create a database. uh, our database name is suppose login db. So we are going to execute the first query, that is create database login db. Okay, so go to MySQL command line, and here we are going to write the first query, that is create database my login db. So here it is database created. Then next query is to use this database that we have created now, that is login db semicolon. So here the message shown database changed. Next step is to create a table. So we are using the table name user. It has some fields. First field, that is first column, is username having data type varchar having size 20, which is our table's primary key. Then second field is password. Password is again varchar of size 20. Then third is email of size again 20, and last is country. So all of the columns having data type of varchar. Okay, so let us execute this query. Move to MySQL and paste here. Okay, click enter. So this query is okay. So we have created our table. Next we are going to insert one value of admin. Okay, so we are going to create the user admin having password again admin, and email is admin@admin.com, and country is India. Okay, so let us execute this query. Okay, so query okay. Then we are going to see how the data is stored in our database. For that we are going to write the query, that is select query. Okay, so you can see here the one record is inserted. Now let's move to our practical. We are going to first create our project, and then after that we are going to create one HTML form. Okay, so this is the simplest HTML form. Let us first create project. For that, just go to NetBeans IDE, click on file option, file menu, go to new project option. Then here select Java web application, click on the next button. Then here write the project name. Suppose project name is registration. Okay, already project location is by default selected here, that is d colon Java study. So just check this check mark and click on next button. Here we don't have to change anything, just click on next button. Again we don't have to select any framework here, just click on the finish button. Okay, so in this way we will create our project having name registration. Okay, so at the left side of projects tab you can see here registration project. Okay, so under registration project there are different folders. Okay, first folder is web pages. Okay, in web pages folder one file that is by default created, that is index.html file. So in this file we are going to write our code. Okay, so just in the body tag we have to create our HTML form. So what we have to take in HTML form, we have to take the fields. First is the enter username, then next is enter password, then enter email and enter country. Okay, so these are the simplest fields we are going to conduct. Okay, so I am just copying it and paste it here. Okay, so for enter username we are using text field, that is text input. Then here is the name, here name used is text UID. Then second is enter password, and here we are using input type is password and name property is txt pass. Then third is enter email. Then next is input type is text and name is txt email. Next field enter country, then type again text and name is txt con. Okay, here we need to use form tag, so you can drag it from the right side of palette, just drop it here. Here we have to write the action. Suppose we are going to create registration servlet, so here I write registration servlet is the action and method is post. Just click on the OK button. Okay, and just close this form tag below all the fields of HTML. Control V. Okay, so in this way we have created one form. We need to take one button, that is a submit button here. So here label is, suppose we write here label name is register and type it submit. Click on OK. Okay, also we can take one more button, that is reset. Reset button will clear all the data that we already submitted, sorry, that we have already entered. Okay, just click on OK button. So in this way we have created our HTML form. We can run it and check it whether it is correct or not. Okay, so let us see how we can create it. Okay, so till then let us see our next file that we are going to create. Suppose our servlet file is registration servlet. Okay, so for that we need to right click on source package, create, click on new and then servlet. Okay, so here we are going to write the class name, that is registration servlet. Okay, then you have to select the okay, package. Here we are going to write is my pack suppose, and just click on next button. Then you can see here one check mark, that is add information to deployment descriptor, but we are not going to use this. Just click on finish. Okay, so let us see our HTML form. So here you can see all the data is shown and two buttons, register and reset. Okay, so let us first write here one message in index.html form. Suppose we write in h1 tag registration details, or we write enter registration details, enter registration details below. Okay, and then slash h1. Okay, so this is just for GUI. Now let us create our registration servlet file. We have already created this file. It has one method which is very important, that is a process request method. So you can see here, this is the process request method. Okay, so in this method we are going to conduct our or the database handling code. Okay, so for that what we will clear all the statements written in try. Okay, so I will just delete it. Okay. Now what we are going to write, we are going to write the first few statements that are used to retrieve all the data that we have entered in our HTML form. So first four statements are like this. Our first statement is string id. Okay, string id will return the txt uid, that is username. Then next ps, that is password. We are used ps variable to store the password, and for that we are using again the same method, that is request dot get parameter, and here the parameter is txt pass, that is the name property or name attribute of text input tag. Then next is em variable, which will store email, and similarly co will store the country. Okay, so now we have all the data that we have entered in HTML form. Now we have to create a database connectivity. For that, first step is to load and register database driver. So here for that we need to use these only 5 to 6 statements. Okay, I'm going to explain them step by step. Okay, so I will just copy it. Okay, now let us see what is the first statement. Here first statement in try block is class.forName com.mysql.jdbc.driver. This is the statement which is used to load our MySQL database driver. Then second statement is connection con driver manager dot get connection, and here parameter is the JDBC URL. First part is JDBC, then second part is MySQL, which indicates MySQL database. Here we have used the local host, and 3306 is the port number of MySQL where it is installed, and here we are going to change our database name. Suppose what we have used for our database name, this is logindb. Okay, so we are going to use logindb, L capital and D capital, DB capital. So we have to make these changes here, just L capital and D and B capital here. Okay, then we have to put second parameter, that is username uh, of MySQL. Here username is root and password is root123. Okay, so these are the username and passwords that I have used. Then we need to write one statement, that is prepared statement. This is the statement object which can execute dynamic queries. So I have written here prepared statement paste is equal to con dot prepare statement into bracket in double quotation mark insert into user values, and here you can see four question marks. The first question mark indicate the first column in the user table. Okay, so first column is for user id, and then next column, second column is for password, sorry, second question mark is for password, third for email, and fourth for country. Okay, so prepared statement will execute insert query uh, multiple times if there are multiple number of insert statements. Okay, so that's why it is called pre-compiled statement object. Pre-compiled means we have to change only the dynamic part, that is of placeholder part or question mark part. Okay, we don't have to change the entire statement. That's why it is called pre-compiled query. Okay, so here we have to set the values of four question marks. So first question mark represents id, that's why here the method used is set string, because data type is varchar, and we are going to use pst object, that is set string is the method of pst, that is prepared statement. So first question mark indicate ID, second question mark indicate PS, third one email, and fourth one country. So in this way we can set all the values of the four question marks. These question marks are called placeholders. Okay. Next statement is int row, which is equal to pst dot execute update. So here we are going to use the query insert. That's why here method used is the execute update, which is the method of pst, that is of prepared statement. Then we have to just write one statement, that is one row inserted successfully. Okay, so for that we have written this statement. Row will indicate how many rows are updated, so that's why it will display one row or one record inserted successfully. Okay, here we write one record inserted successfully. Then there is a catch and catch statement which just gives all types of exceptions. Now here are some errors. For that we need to just click on this bubble and just import java.sql connection object. Similarly, for prepared statement we need to import java.sql prepared statement object. Again we need to import driver manager class. Okay, so in this way we have removed all the errors. Okay, so here we have written common catch statement. Instead of common catch statement we can return multiple catch statement. Okay, so we need to write multiple catches like class not found exception and SQL exception. So these exceptions, two exception classes we can return in two catch blocks. Okay, so instead of using two catches we have used here two, only a single catch statement. Now what we need to uh, add here in the libraries is the MySQL connector. So just right click on libraries and click on add jar. Okay, and we need to add this MySQL connector, which I have already copied on on desktop. So I just select it and just open it here. Okay, so this MySQL connector is now added. Okay, let us see how our practical executes. Just right click on HTML file and run file. Okay, so here is registration details. First enter username. Suppose username is Siley. Password is suppose 1234. Email is siley@gmail.com and country India. Okay, just click on register. Okay, so here the message shown one record inserted successfully. Let us check it in our MySQL database. So just write the query, select star from user, click on enter. So now you can see here one more record is inserted that we have entered now. Okay, so this is all about registration servlet.